The Washington Quarter is one of the most recognizable coins in American history, a piece that has passed through the hands of millions daily for decades. Yet, among the countless quarters that have circulated, there are some that carry an extraordinary story and an even more extraordinary value. One of the most remarkable examples is the very rare 1983 U.S. Washington quarter dollar, a coin that at first glance appears like any other 25-cent piece, but has taken the numismatic world by storm whenever it appears at an auction. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the nation's first president and a figure who symbolizes leadership, independence, and the spirit of the Republic. Designed with Washington's dignified portrait on the obverse and a heraldic eagle on the reverse, this coin became one of the mainstays of everyday American commerce. Millions upon millions have been minted over the years, but not all of them are ordinary. Hidden within certain dates and mint marks are rare varieties and errors that have fascinated collectors for generations. The 1983 Washington quarter holds a particularly interesting place in this story. In that year, the United States Mint did not issue traditional mint sets, which meant that collectors had a harder time obtaining pristine, high-quality examples of the coins produced in circulation. As a result, very few 1983 quarters exist in the perfect conditions collectors crave, and this scarcity has transformed the 1983 issue into a coin of incredible demand. And when paired with striking errors or unique features, its rarity becomes even more profound, setting it apart whenever one crosses the auction block. Over time, stories have emerged of these quarters being found in bankrolls, pocket change, and family collections, with lucky finders realizing they were holding something extraordinary. Some examples have surfaced with minting anomalies, doubling, or striking issues that amplify their rarity and value. Each time such a coin appears at an auction, the level of excitement is palpable. Bidders recognize how scarce the 1983 quarter truly is in top grades, and the competition is fierce. Every raised bid represents not just the desire to own the coin, but the understanding that opportunities like this are fleeting and may not come again soon. It is remarkable to think that a simple 25-cent coin, something most people wouldn't give a second thought to, has risen to such prominence. But that is the thrill of numismatics, the idea that history, rarity, and chance can turn an ordinary piece of change into a prized possession. The 1983 Washington quarter has consistently proven its worth in the auction world, where collectors battle for the chance to secure this elusive coin, and its reputation only grows stronger with each sale. Collectors know that finding a rare 1983 Washington quarter is like uncovering a hidden treasure. It represents more than just a coin. It is a piece of history, a reminder of how, even in modern times, extraordinary rarities can emerge from the most ordinary of places. Auction after auction has demonstrated the powerful allure of this coin, as prices climb to heights that astonish not only collectors, but also the general public, who cannot believe a quarter could command such sums. And now comes the revelation that truly defines this coin's place in history. The very rare 1983 Washington quarter dollar has been known to fetch extraordinary amounts at auction, with prices ranging from $22,620 to as high as $180,180, depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Imagine the thrill of holding a coin worth just 25 cents, only to see it transform into six figures under the hammer at an auction. It is proof that hidden treasures do exist, and sometimes they are hiding right in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in American coinage, a denomination that has carried the legacy of George Washington since its first introduction in 1932. While millions of these quarters have been produced over the decades, there are certain years and mint marks that stand out as treasures, commanding attention and staggering prices whenever they appear at an auction. Among these special issues, the very rare 1996 P. Washington quarter dollar holds a unique position, a coin that might look ordinary to the untrained, yet has stunned the numismatic world when it surfaces in pristine condition. The BY 1996, the Washington quarter had already been a part of American life for over 6 decades. With its enduring design featuring Washington's noble profile on the obverse and the heraldic eagle on the reverse. Minted at the Philadelphia Mint and bearing the P mint mark, the 1996 P quarter was struck in high quantities, and like most coins intended for circulation, it was handled in everyday transactions, passed through vending machines, and exchanged without much thought. Yet it is precisely this heavy circulation that has made high-grade examples of the 1996 piece so difficult to find, elevating them to a coveted rarity in the world of coin collecting. What truly distinguishes this issue is the scarcity of coins that have survived in nearly flawless condition. Collectors hunt tirelessly for examples with sharp strikes, perfect luster, and no signs of wear, but they are exceedingly rare to locate. The few that meet these demanding standards often become highlights in auctions, where bidding wars break out as collectors recognize how seldom such opportunities arise. It is not just the coin itself that excites buyers, but the knowledge that securing one means owning a piece that very few others will ever hold. The allure of the 1996 P. Washington quarter is magnified by the stories of unexpected discoveries. From time to time, collectors and even casual finders have reported unearthing pristine examples tucked away in rolls, bags, or forgotten stashes. The excitement of finding such a rarity in what appears to be an ordinary coin pile fuels the passion of numismatists everywhere. And whenever these coins appear in auction, the energy is electric. Auctioneers know that bidders have been waiting for such a moment, and the bidding quickly escalates, with each increment reflecting just how much this coin is admired and desired. It's fascinating to consider how a coin worth just 25 cents, one that was used daily without a second thought, could transform into a numismatic gem commanding enormous respect and value. The 1996 P. Washington quarter serves as a reminder that modern coins are not exempt from rarity, and that history can sometimes be hiding in the most unsuspecting places. Each auction appearance cements its place as one of the standout issues of the 1990s, and its reputation only grows as more collectors chase after the few surviving examples. The Washington Quarter series has long been a favorite among collectors, and the 1996 P is proof of why the series continues to captivate. It embodies the thrill of discovery, the importance of preservation, and the excitement of auctions that bring these treasures to light. Collectors know that missing out on one auction could mean waiting years for another chance, making the competition fierce whenever this quarter surfaces. And now comes the moment collectors wait for, the revelation that defines why the 1996 P. Washington quarter dollar is so revered. At auction, this very rare coin has been known to achieve incredible prices, with values ranging from $20,980 to an astonishing $110,910, depending on condition, rarity, and collector demand. Imagine the power of a simple quarter, struck in 1996 for everyday use, rising to six figures under the hammer at an auction. That is the magic of numismatics, and it's why the 1996 P. Washington quarter remains a true hidden treasure.